Imagine this. Two people start their financial journey on the exact same day, same salary, same age, same goals. But 5 years later, one is building real wealth, sleeping peacefully at night, and watching their money grow. The other, stressed, confused, investing randomly, and somehow always feeling behind. Here's the twist. It's not because one earns more. It's not because one is smarter. It's because they followed a different order when investing their money, and that order quietly determines whether you build wealth or stay stuck. Welcome to today's video, where we break down the exact order you should follow when investing your money. Because building wealth isn't just about how much you invest, but when and where you prioritize each step. Get this sequence right, and you set yourself up for long-term financial freedom. Most people think investing is simple. They hear things like, just invest in stocks, buy crypto, put money in ETFs, so they jump in. But they skip something important. They skip the sequence. It's like building a house. You don't start with the roof. You don't install windows first. But when it comes to money, people do exactly that. They invest before they're ready. They chase returns before building stability. They focus on growth without protection. And then when something goes wrong, a job loss, a sudden expense, a market crash, everything collapses. Not because investing is bad, but because the order was wrong. Let's break this down step by step. Think of your financial life like a pyramid. Each layer supports the one above it. If the base is weak, everything on top becomes risky. So, what's the smartest order? Step 1. Control your cash flow. Before investing even a single dollar, you need to answer one simple question. Is money staying with me or escaping me? A lot of people skip this. They earn, they spend, and whatever is left, they try to invest. But here's the reality. If you can't control money at a small level, you won't control it at a big level either. Imagine pouring water into a bucket full of holes. That's what investing feels like when your spending is out of control. So the first step is simple. Make sure you're consistently saving something, even if it's small, because investing doesn't start with money. It starts with behavior. Step 2. Build an emergency fund. Now this is where most people get impatient. They think, why keep money sitting in a savings account doing nothing? But this step is not about growth. It's about survival. An emergency fund is like a financial shock absorber. Car breaks down? Covered. Medical bill? Covered. Lose your job? You have time. Without this, every unexpected expense forces you to do something painful. Sell your investments at the wrong time. Take on debt. Panic financially. And here's the psychological part. When you don't feel safe, you make bad money decisions. You become reactive instead of rational. So before investing aggressively, build a safety net of 3 to 6 months of expenses. Not exciting, but incredibly powerful. Step 3. Eliminate high-interest debt. Now this is where people get confused. They ask, should I invest or pay off debt? Here's the simple truth. If your debt is charging you 15%, 18%, even 20% interest, that's your guaranteed loss. No investment can reliably beat that. Paying off high-interest debt is like earning a risk-free return. Let's say you clear a credit card with 18% interest. That's like making an 18% return instantly. No market risk, no volatility, no stress. But people ignore this because paying debt doesn't feel like investing. It doesn't feel exciting. There's no app showing green arrows. But financially, it's one of the smartest moves you can make. Step 4. Protect yourself. Insurance. Now imagine this. You've started saving. You've cleared debt. You've even started investing. And suddenly, one major event wipes everything out. Insurance isn't about making money. It's about not losing everything. Health issues, accidents, unexpected life events. These don't just affect your health. They can destroy your finances overnight. And here's the psychological trap. People avoid insurance because they think, it probably won't happen to me. But wealth building is not about hope. It's about preparation. Step 5. Start investing for growth. Now, finally, you're ready to invest, and notice how different this feels. You're not desperate, you're not rushing, you're not gambling, you're building. At this stage, investing becomes simple. You don't need to chase trends. You don't need to time the market. You just need consistency. Think of investing like planting seeds. Every week, every month, you add a little more. Over time, those small seeds turn into something powerful. And the magic here is, time does most of the work. Not intelligence, not luck. Just patience. Now, here's the deeper idea most people miss. We think wealth is built through big decisions, big investments, big risks, big wins. But in reality, wealth is built through order and behavior. The order gives you stability. The behavior gives you consistency. And together, they create something most people never experience: financial peace. Because the goal is not just to grow money. It's to stay in the game long enough for it to grow. Think about it. The person who invests aggressively without a plan often quits when things go wrong. But the person who follows the right order keeps going. And in investing, the one who keeps going usually wins. So, if you're wondering what to do next, here's the simplest version. 1. Make sure you're saving consistently. 2. Build a small emergency fund. 3. Eliminate high-interest debt. 4. Protect yourself with basic insurance. 5. Then start investing regularly. And once you reach step 5, don't overcomplicate it. You don't need 10 strategies. You don't need constant changes. You just need discipline. Because investing is not about doing more. It's about doing the right things in the right order. At the start, we talked about two people. Same income, same starting point, but completely different outcomes. Now you know why. It wasn't luck. It wasn't timing. It was the sequence of decisions. So before you chase the next big investment, ask yourself, have I built the foundation first? Because the truth is, wealth isn't something you find. It's something you build, step by step, in the right order. And once you get that order right, everything else becomes easier. Hit that like button and subscribe to Lollipop. Let's grow something meaningful together.